The NBA Finals have truly delivered. They say that the best players rise up to the biggest challenges, and they're absolutely spot on. Steph Curry has been running the show for the Warriors as they leveled the series in Game 4 thanks to a Curry-inspired win. Game 5 went the way of the Warriors as well, as they're one away from winning the NBA championship. Let's take a look. First up, Steph Curry is unstoppable. We're running out of superlatives for Steph. He's been outrageous in the finals, and if there was ever any doubt about the kind of season he was having, it's done. It's out of the window. It's quite comfortable to suggest that, at this point in time, Steph Curry is running away with the NBA Finals MVP award, and it will be so very well deserved. Boston Celtics are a very good side. You don't get to the final without being one of the best teams throughout the year, but they've simply not had any chances of stopping Curry, who's transcended beyond the court and is operating at a level never seen before in the NBA. Yes, we've had better and more dominant performances in the finals, but no one does it as Curry does it. He's got the trademark on his style of play, and while others may have pretenders, nobody can sing "Will the real Steph Curry please stand up?" The last person you'd want to be right now is Ime Udoka. Yeah, he's taking home millions, but that dude has absolutely no idea how to stop the carnage from Curry. He's been on a different level, and the one time he has a bad day with shooting, the Warriors' depth shows itself and turns up. So, does Game 5 offer hope to Celtics? Looking primarily at the numbers, one would say that they should be optimistic. But if you watched the game, you would know that Steph was getting in all the positions that he managed in the first 4 games. And that's the biggest problem for the Celtics. Statistically, Curry had a terrible night and managed only 16 points to go with his 8 assists and 4 rebounds. That's embarrassing, Steph. What are you playing at? Well, don't blame us. We're used to higher standards from the 34-year-old. And it's hardly surprising that rival sides actually feel like they've figured him out after just one bad game. In fact, it's the perfect compliment because of his consistency. Teams know that even one bad game from Curry is worth celebrating. Plus, some teams bank on these games to get a win. And if the Celtics had managed to cash in on Curry's troubles in Game 5 and win it, the story would have been much different. If my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. It's just like that. These are the NBA Finals, and the Celtics went ice cold when the movement beckoned and failed to take advantage of Curry's bad day. It's bizarre to think that they've figured out Curry. No one has managed to do that. The man turned 34 this year, and he's got just the one trick, and he's about to win his 4th ring. If it were that easy to figure him out, somebody else would have done it already. And now, can Boston turn it around? Simply put, it's very, very unlikely. There's very little chance of that happening because the Warriors have come into their own now. When you start winning, even when you haven't particularly shot well, you know that the series is wrapped up. At this point, the Warriors seem too strong for the Celtics, and after the Game 5 implosion from the Boston side, it's very unlikely they can turn it around. But weirder things have happened. The stage is set at the TD Garden, and the Celtics will be banking on the support of their extra man, the crowd. If the fans can propel them to a potential win, we could be set for a blockbuster Game 7 that could go either way. But it's not just the crowd that needs to turn up. They need all the help they can get from their players, and everyone on that team needs to do better. Yes, Tatum has enjoyed his best season so far, but he's simply not been as effective as the Celtics would have wanted him to be in the finals. He'll need to produce a performance of a lifetime and will require the help of Smart, Brown, Horford, and company. The writing's on the wall. The Celtics can't afford to lose Game 6 and can give themselves a huge opportunity if they can prevail at home against Curry and the Warriors. As outsiders looking in, basketball can be so tough to predict. You can't pick a clear winner, and for some reason, most betting websites have the Celtics as favorites. The law of averages and common sense points to that very truth, too. But sports aren't decided by either one of those, and that's why we love it so very much. But all said and done, we are expecting the Celtics to bounce back. They've lost 2 in a row, and it would be an embarrassing way to close out the season if they were to lose 3 games in a row in the finals. We're expecting the likes of Brown and Tatum to step up in the final, and the inconsistent offense of the Celtics to finally come into the clutch. Udoka must not be getting a whisker of sleep these days as he tries to find a way to contain the superb Warriors attack. The bad news for the Celtics fans is that we're also expecting Curry to bounce back. He's got a habit of destroying people's hopes, and it's a lot like Novak Djokovic giving his opponents hope by losing a set or two and then destroying them in the remaining match. If there's one thing that comes naturally to Curry, that's shooting, and you can discuss all the tactics you want, but if he's shooting threes, there's not much you can do to contain him. TD Garden will be hoping that Curry has an unlucky day and misses a lot just like he did in Game 5, and the Celtics make the Warriors pay for it by winning. Next, in other news, Kerr reveals Federer's impact on Curry. No wonder, Steph's been unstoppable and his longevity is getting admired. disappeared. Apparently, Steve Kerr has revealed the reason behind it all. So, the Warriors were touring Shanghai a few years back when they were introduced to one of the greatest sportsmen of all time, Roger Federer. Kerr, the Warriors coach, is always looking for stories to inspire his side, and he couldn't possibly pass on the opportunity to not learn from the Swiss maestro. Talking to the media, Kerr explained how Federer talked to the Warriors and told them how he loves the everyday routine he's got, and how he does the same thing every day with such passion. That routine has helped him to stay focused on his goal of achieving all that he's achieved, and his wonderful longevity. Kerr pointed out how this zest for life lesson from Federer managed to inspire Curry, and that's why Steph remains in such fantastic shape even at the age of 34, as he closes in on the Finals MVP and the 4th ring in his glittering career. And now, LeBron and Pierre's praise means the world to Steph. Game 4's madness from Steph Curry engaged millions of NBA fans from all around the world. Even Curry haters couldn't help but admire the consistency with which he shot on the night, and inspired his Warriors side to a crushing win over the Celtics. Steph produced a series-high 43 points along with 10 rebounds and 4 assists in 41 minutes. It was an outrageous performance, and the likes of LeBron and other NBA stars joined in the conversation to pile praise on his all-time performance. Some of the biggest names from the NBA praised Curry's performance with LeBron, Magic Johnson, Dwayne Wade, Joel Embiid, Jamal Crawford, and many, many more were left in awe. Curry has responded to the praise and was very humble as he spoke to the media, mentioning that praise from his peers means the world to him, and you want people to appreciate you. Finally, Micic drawing interest from NBA sides. The EuroLeague top scorer, Vasilije Micic, has been drawing a lot of interest from some NBA sides ahead of the draft. According to Jake Fisher, an NBA writer for Bleacher Report, the likes of the Milwaukee Bucks and Chicago Bulls are said to be monitoring the progress of Micic closely and could make a move for the Serbian. The 28-year-old was selected by the Sixers back in 2014, but his rights were traded to the Oklahoma Thunder in 2020. It seems that after his current season, where he averaged 18.2 points, 4.6 assists, and 2.7 rebounds, teams are interested in bringing him back to the NBA. Following the success of Nikola Jokic, NBA sides will be hoping to find their very own Serbian star, and if Micic can translate that success from EuroLeague into the NBA, he could become a crucial part of any side willing to take a punt on him. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think the Celtics can bounce back in Game 6, or is the series done and dusted? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.